Hello. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use punch and roll in the digital audio workstation Audacity. Why would you want to do this? Well, if you're recording some audio, maybe you have a script for your podcast and you're reading that and you make a mistake as you go along, you fluff a line or you say some words wrong, or maybe there's some background noise, suddenly your dog barks in the kitchen or something like that. You may want to edit that on the fly rather than leaving it in the recording for somebody else to edit later on. So this is a really useful way of doing that. And it's really quite simple once you've got used to it. So we're going to use Audacity, which is a digital audio workstation. It's a way of recording audio on your computer. It works very simply. It's available on all computer platforms, so you can get it with Apple Mac, you can get it on a PC, and you can get it on a Linux computer. It's open source, so it's free, but you can make a donation to the people that created it if you'd like to. And because lots of people use it, there's lots and lots of videos and tutorials about it, so you can learn to use it really quite easily. So first of all, you'll need to download Audacity. That's quite simple. You can just go online, type Google Audacity, and you'll be able to download it from there. And once you've downloaded it, you can go and find it. Now I'll just go on to Launchpad. There's Audacity. I can open Audacity there, and when I open it, it'll open immediately with a blank template like this. Okay. Now, first thing that I want to do is just check that all my audio is connected to Audacity. Most importantly, we go to the recording device because that's going to be how we record our voice onto the program. I'm using Audient ID 14, which is my audio interface that my microphone here is connected to. But my webcam also has a microphone in it. You may have a different microphone connected that you would need to find here. And the playback device is the way in which you are listening to the audio as you record it. And again, for me, I'm listening through the same device, the Audient ID 14, but you might plug it into your computer. You might have separate headphones. You might have a different audio interface. Your microphone itself may also have a headphone jack in it. So once you've worked out your hardware and made sure it's connected to this software, as we are here, then we're good to go. The next thing we need to do is just to save this project, actually. So let's save it as wherever you want. I'll just save it to desktop, and I'm going to call it Ian, and save it there. And that's saving that as an Audacity file. So whenever I open that, it'll open it in this software. Next, we need to add a track. So go to the very top. We have tracks. Add new, and you just want a mono track. Most of the time, if you're recording just yourself, you'll only ever want a mono track. So there we go. We're now ready to go, and if I hit the record button here, I can record myself, and you can see right there that it's recording me. You can see the waveform here, and you can also see the volume indicator recording level up the top here. And that's hanging around sort of the -18 to -12 mark, which is perfect for recording. I hit the space bar and it stops recording. If I go up to the top here where you get the little hand symbol and I click, that selects the whole region. If I press backspace, it deletes it and we go back to the start. Okay, I can click up here and that'll take me back to the start as well. So that's one way of recording. The other way of recording is just press R on the keyboard. Just press R and it starts recording like that, and spacebar and it stops. And again, backspace. Pardon. Highlight it, then press backspace. I don't know why it's doing that. That's that highlighted there. Press backspace. There we go. I don't know what I was pressing wrong there. So there we go. That's the track. It's ready to record. So we know we can just press R on the keyboard. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to record some audio, very simple audio. I'm going to count to 6, okay? And during the time that I count to 6, I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to make the mistake on purpose because I do actually know how to count to 6. This is just for demonstration purposes. So here we go. I'm starting to record by pressing R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Oh dear. Messed up. My counting wasn't very good at all, and I made a mistake. I made the mistake here. So if I click on the track where I want to play from, 5, 7. Okay, so we can hear that's playing back. Now, this is where I want to make the repair. 5 was good, that was in order, but as we know, 7 doesn't come after 5, so we need to change from this point on. Now, this is where the clever stuff happens. We've got a couple of options. If I go to transport, up the top here, transport, then I go recording, it says it here, punch and roll record. Okay, so if I click that, it will punch and roll record for me. But there's a better way of doing that, and that is to use Shift and D, because you don't want to, when you're recording, you don't want to have to keep searching through all of these criteria in order to change something. Much quicker if you can use the hotkeys. So we've selected where we want to change this from. I can press Shift and D, and what's going to happen is the playhead is going to jump back 5 seconds. It's going to play the last 5 seconds, and then it's going to start recording from this line that I've added here. Okay, and then I can just carry on speaking from that point. So this is really useful because in my headphones I'll hear what I've just been saying. So when I speak, I'm just carrying on from where I left off. It doesn't jar. It doesn't come in unsmoothly, if that's such a word. It doesn't come in unsmoothly. Yeah, it comes in smoothly at that point. So it means you can maintain the rhythm and the meter that you've been using before. You can keep it in the same style. It's a much better and much more clean edit in that way. So let's try that. Okay, here we go. So, oh, excuse me, tummy's rumbling. Anyway, here we go. So Shift and D. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. And we go on and on and on and keep going. So let's just listen to that back with the repair. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can hear, you can't really hear anything changing here. Okay, so it's perfect. The other really useful thing about that is that if you did have to make repairs after the fact, so say your editor came back and said, oh, you really messed that up and you didn't record it, could you just re-record this sentence for me? You can do that and you'll send it back. But 9 times out of 10, unless you've got a perfectly built studio, you're going to record and maybe the mic will be a little bit further away from you. The conditions in the room will be slightly different. There might be just slightly more background noise than before. Your voice might sound different because maybe you've had a hard day's work, or maybe you haven't. Maybe you've been relaxing and your voice is more relaxed. So all of those things will mean that when you do the edit after the fact, it might not sound quite so smooth in that way. So it's really useful to use punch and roll like this. So let's imagine you've completed all of your audio, everything's done, and you just want to export that now. So we go up to File, Export Audio, and then it will give you the option to export that, and so browse, you can choose where to export it to. And the format, the best format to use, unless you've been asked for anything different, is a WAV file, because it's just, it works on all platforms, it's high quality, and it's exactly what you need. Your editor might tell you something else, and that's fine, but if you don't know any different, use a WAV format. Export, and you're done. So there you go, that's punch and roll in Audacity. Thank you very much for watching.